Hello Sagittarius, welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is your weekly tarot reading, and I'm just going to get straight into it, Sagittarius, because my voice is still a bit rusty, so while it's lasting I will crack on. We've got two decks here, and this is the past, the present, challenges, advice from tarot and outcome. We've got the Three of Swords at the end, but don't worry about that, I understand where that's coming from. We have an angel answer card here and also a spirit message card too. Now I put these cards in categories. Invariably some of you are at different life stages, so it's the energies that matter, Sagittarius, okay? So here's the thing, we've got two positive shifts here. The Chariot is a major arcana, big shifts, big move forwards, progress. Is the card of victory. It's also the card of you actively pulling your life back into balance. Could be your inner world, could be your external world. Pulling things back to balance, taking the reins of your own life, eyes on the prize, to success, victory, clarity in where you're going. And the Knight of Swords is a real positive shift. Positive things releasing. Seeing truth, clarity of situations empowers you to make decisions, choices, have ideas on how to move forward now. This is mental energy, the Knight of Swords. So everything becoming clear in your mind, where things might have been a bit fuzzy before, where maybe even emotions might have clouded your judgment. This is very much where you're making clear judgment calls. Now, interestingly, the Chariot, you see this Chariot is made of stone. The message to you, Sagittarius, is if there's weights weighing you down, I can see through the reading that there is. We've got the Ten of Wands at the end of the reading as well. If there's weights, burdens, or situations that are weighing you down, stopping you from moving forward or moving on in a situation, it's time to really see those for what they are. Because I feel for some of you, we have the Nine of Wands, and this includes moon energy, which can be about deception, also about self-deception. The Nine of Wands is that change is closer than you think, and obviously you're going from a 9 at the beginning to a 10. Completion is achievable this week for some of you, of things that have been holding you back, things that have been weighing you down, but you have to release them. You have to have that determination, perseverance, to see something through, even though some of you are wanting to give up. Some of you are feeling like it's too much like hard work, and I'm not saying that lightly. I think some of you have been under great pressure and challenge. This is the 11th hour card to say, don't hold back now, because I feel for some of you are holding back from bringing positive shifts in your life now, and that's internally and externally. So it is very much about keep on going. Because the end is in sight, and the end is at the end of this reading. The end to a situation that could have hurt or could have cut deep is at the end of this reading. So I feel for some of you that there are positive shifts to be made this week. Yeah. I'm going to start here. Again, we've got another fast night here. But it's when you choose to walk away from a situation that doesn't serve you anymore. You see, we've got 8 cups here, and there's a missing cup. We've got the moon here. Deep down, your intuition is telling you that you need to move on from a situation, you need to walk away from a situation that could have been emotional. Now this can be to do with jobs, this could have been to do with career, this could have been to do with personal relationships, or things that you're emotionally invested in, Sagittarius. This is the conscious choice to move away from a situation in order to bring in those positive shifts. And there is a positive shift here. The Knight of Wands is an empowering energy, and it's your energy, Sagittarius. This is a card of Sagittarius, the Knight of Wands. It's mutable energy for me as a reader, the Knights. So, this is you beginning to find your power, beginning to grab hold of your own potential, seeking opportunity. Now, there could be opportunity here to move on in a situation, can be linked with your passions and desires, could be love, could be something that you're passionate about, something that you could be ploughing your efforts into because you're passionate about it. Can also be linked to career and business as well. New jobs, new advancements, new promotions, new business ventures, or business ventures beginning to pick up. Either way, there's an opportunity when you make clear choices to move on for positive shifts to be happening here. But you have to make that decision to move forward. And I do feel for when you do. I mean, you've got the Page, you've got the Knight, and you've got the Queen of Wands here. There's opportunity for you. And it probably brings in the beginning of something new. There could be the beginning or communication to do with an opportunity. The Pages can be a message to do with career and business opportunities, for example. But this can also be about you standing on your own 2 feet, beginning to recognise your own power to shape your world for the better. The Wands are about potential and power as energy. The Wands are electric energy. They represent energy itself, firepower, taking action. The Knight of Wands is very much the green light to go. And I just think with the Page, the Knight, and the Queen of Wands here, this is start making the necessary steps now. Because as soon as you take that first step, which is the Page of Wands, you will find things pick up speed. But you need to choose to walk away from a situation that doesn't serve you. But as soon as you do, this is very much the green light to go. Things start shifting and changing in your favour. You may find opportunity comes into you as well. Certainly with the Queen, Page and Knight of Wands, they hold the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands represents maybe the beginnings of a new opportunity that could allow you to move on in your life, bring positive shifts. It's certainly what you're working towards, is something new, moving on to something new. Could be a change in direction as well. But my goodness, is it empowering, and it's bringing you back to your natural element, your natural self. I'm just feeling, know your firepower. Know your firepower. Because Judgment's asking you to awaken now to your true self. And I kind of feel that's why there are so many wands in this reading. Because it is about knowing your own power, knowing your own potential now, knowing your own passions, desires, and going with it. Trusting it. That is what the Eight of Cups is saying to you. Now, Judgment is a big card of releasing, letting go as well. It's a card of positive karma. And I kind of feel for some of you, because it's a challenge. I mean, some of you could have been challenged with karma in the past. But certainly with the Queen of Wands here, I think there's an opportunity now for the universe to push you forward, positive karma to come into your life, but you have to take action. The Queen of Wands is somebody who is very self-aware, very appreciative of her strengths and her weaknesses. We have a cat here, and the cats play to their strengths. They are also very adaptable, and they make calculated choices. There's a patience, a calculated way about them in bringing about positive change by making calculated choices, taking action when the time's right, playing to your strength will bring that abundance in, represented by that sunflower. But in order to do that, in order to be externally successful, the Queen is the height of success of her suit, so firepower. You have to let go, you have to release, you have to awaken to your true capabilities now. Now, it might well be that you've also got a decision to make. Some of you may well have a decision to make. Judgment can talk about decisions, choices. Could be to do with an opportunity that's being presented to you now. And generally when Judgment appears, it can be a final choice or decision. So it is about making a calculated choice to move on in a situation that brings you into your own power, your own path to success in some way. The next one is the challenge. This is a challenge, and then we have the advice from Spirit Guide. Now, the Six of Wands, I don't normally do reversals in general readings, but it came out poignantly reversed when I was shuffling, so I've left it the way it is, Sagittarius. We have the Five of Cups and the Six of Wands reversed. The Five of Cups is about loss. It can, and certainly this Six of Wands can sometimes talk about bitter disappointment, something that could have really floored you for a period of time because it's stopping you from moving on in a situation. We have three cups that are spilt on the floor, and there's two cups full of potential behind this person, but this person is mourning what's gone. This can link to if you've regretted anything, regretted your actions or how things might have turned out with somebody or a situation. This can talk about loss of jobs, it can talk about loss of relationships, something that would have affected you emotionally, Sagittarius, because the Cups energy is about how we feel, our emotions, internal energy from within. Now, when the Five of Cups appears, the Fives are very much about change needs to happen because it's not good to stay in a Five energy. It is insecurity, instability. And there's potential here. You see this house in the distance, or castle even. It's saying that solidity is available to you, but you have to not hold yourself back. I feel there's a massive, massive feeling here with the Nine of Wands, and certainly this energy here. This can sometimes be linked to our ego, our bruised pride as well. And we all have that, don't we, from time to time. That can be holding us back from moving on in a situation. You have the opportunity to find solid ground, and that's what Spirit's asking you to do now. The River is saying that you have the opportunity to find flow, move on, when you choose to. And it's a personal choice to you. When these two cards are together, it is you holding you back, generally. You're stopping yourself from moving forward in a situation. And there's opportunity here now to move on, move from the past to the present, because there's uplifting opportunity, potential around the corner, this is saying, and it's time to engage with the present in order to find release from this situation. Okay, I'm going to start with this one. This card always looks tough energy. It can be. This can be the heartbreak card in relationships. This can be about, because it's a general reading, it just can talk about deep hurts in any aspect of life. It can be in relationships, in love. Can also be, where you were connected to somebody on a deep level or a trusting level. Could be a workplace, could be wider family, could be wider friendships where you could have been deeply hurt by a situation. If it's in love, sometimes it can talk about third-party situations being involved. Here's the thing about the Three of Swords. It is a 3. And threes are all about the beginnings of manifestation, so don't forget that. It is saying that you need to see the brutal truth of a situation, and this could have been brutal. And swords represent truth in order to allow you to move on. Because I feel for some of you, there's a big message here of let go, release, move on. Now is the time, the green light to go, because there's opportunity to really move forward in your natural power. Opportunity to feel more aligned to your fire energy. But you have to release this. Sometimes threes, to manifest something new, you have to turn your back and find closure on what's gone. So that's very much the message of the Three of Swords. And put down those burdens. Where change is closer than you think, change is here. That is what the Ten of Wands is saying. Change is here. You have the opportunity to put down what has been weighing you down. Could be in your external world. The Ten of Wands can be where you're carrying excessive burden. This can be your own internal burdens, but generally it can be external burdens as well. So people taking advantage of you, could be in the workplace, could be in your home life, people expecting too much of you, too much on your plate. And it's really evaluating that now, focusing. The Queen of Pentacles is a card of focus in order to move forward, in order to bring abundance into your life again, in order to bring new growth into your life. She is a sign of new growth. So really evaluate what is holding you back now, what is slowing you down, what is weighing you down, and release. And that is your challenge. That's what Judgment is saying here. Because you've got positive karma behind you. The Queen of Pentacles is saying that you have the practical abilities, the know-how, the experience to further yourself, to bring worldly success into your life, to bring solidity into your life, to bring security, abundance into your life again. She is a sign of success, just like the Queen of Wands. She is the Queen of Earth. She is earth energy. She is asking you to ground yourself, be practical, look at things for how they are, not how you would like them to be, like the Five of Cups energy, but how they are. Because when you see the facts of the situation, it allows you to understand how to take the necessary steps to move on. Now, she can also represent opportunity, very much like the Queen of Wands. There's opportunity here. There could be two opportunities coming to you this week. Could be linked to money and career. But this is also about getting your own self-worth, self-esteem back in your life if you've lost it in some way through being deeply hurt in a situation. Allowing you to focus on your needs now and bring positive change into your life. This is a nurturing energy as well. Nurture yourself, Sagittarius. Pamper yourself. It's a time for focusing on you. Where you might have been focusing on other people, maybe helping other people out as well. Giving your power even to other people. This is very much about refocusing on you. Queen of Pentacles is linked to the Devil card. This is a card of Capricorn for me as a reader, because Queens for me are cardinal energy. So there's a shadow side here, as there is to all of these cards. There's a shadow side to the Queen of Pentacles. Don't fall prey to doubt, fear, which is very much that Nine of Wands energy. Don't fall prey to doubt. Don't fall prey to losing control of a situation. Now is the time to focus and take your control back by focusing on you. Practical steps, one step at a time. But there's real abundance and success, worldly success, associated with the Queen of Pentacles. So it's all waiting for you. I feel it's all waiting for you, Sagittarius. And it is very much like, like I'm saying, there's a step change here. The Page, the Knight, the Queen. Take the necessary steps. This is the green light to go. This is the green light to re-engage. When you engage with your own element, your own fire, that's when things start to shift and change. So the Angel Answer card is recovery. Yeah, I do feel you are recovering. But recovery is available to you when you release what you need to release. Now, the Spirit message is quite personal. I've left it, to be fair, even though it is quite a niche message, maybe. It's a father's love. So it says, a father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable, in that it can be tapped into at any time for whatever reason. Whether your father is still here or past, a father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience. For those of you who have experienced loss, this can be loss as well, that's stopping you from moving on. It is time to understand how to carry that memory forward with you. My condolences to you. And release burdens where you need to release burdens in order to flourish again in your own right. Yeah. So I hope it's a wonderful week for you, Sagittarius, and I'm going to leave it there. And like, share and subscribe if you enjoy the reading, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.